I'm live. Hello. Oh my God. I'm so excited. So, welcome to the first ever Topless Manifestor live. So, if you follow me and you're listening on the Topless Manifestor podcast, then you know that I have like the Topless Manifestor podcast is amazing, right? We absolutely love it. And now I'm bringing that magic here to the Instagram live. So we're going to be recording a podcast episode live, me and my guest Anita Goshal. So let me go ahead and invite. Oh, you can request to. Oh wait, let me see if I can invite. Yeah, there we go. I just did Anita, so you could come join me in this fun conversation. And what we're going to be talking about today. Hello, everybody who's joining us. Uh-oh. So there's a little bit of a.
Oh, let's turn this volume down here.
Yeah, a little bit of an echo. Okay.
Does that work?
Are we good? Testing. It sounds like we're good.
Okay.
Yay. Sounds good to me. So, yeah. So Anita's joining me today for the first Topless Manifestor Live. I'm Cassie McKenzie. I'm a business coach, an intuitive business coach, actually, for coaches and healers who are starting your business. Hello, Ashley. Hello, everybody. It's so good that you're joining. Welcome to the party. And I help coaches and healers to get your business off the ground, make 10K minimum. Like in my world, we go topless manifestor style. Take the bra off your desires and let those puppies breathe. Like there are no rules except the ones you make. So that's my vibe. If you're cool with that, then hey, Ashley, I'm so glad you're on. Hello, more Leon, love coach. It's so good to see you. So, today, though, Anita Goshal is my guest. She's the first ever guest on this series, the Topless Manifestor Live. And what I'm going to be doing is having sometimes several guests a week, sometimes one a week between now and the end of the year. So you can catch us live. You can watch the replay if you go to either one of our. It should be on either one of our video links. If you go to where the reels are, then you'll see all the replays for the videos there. And then also you can check our YouTube channels and the Topless Manifestor podcast. You get the audio. So if you really love it and you want to go for a walk or walk your dog and listen to some cool chicks talk about some fun stuff and mixing the woo with the do, then that's that's available too. It's all available. All right. So let me tell you a little bit about Anita. So Anita is a human geometry expert. I can't wait to dive into this with you. And the founder of the Liberate Me TM brand, trademarked brand. She's a mentor and facilitator for your soul design signature for new world leaders that wish to live free, highly consciously, not at the cost of abundance, to activate conscious profits and live a life you love. So yeah, you want to have it all without giving anything up, right? Like I like that vibe. And then so Anita has 2 decades of leadership in the creation of your soul design methods that reside inside her brand Liberate Me, and the bespoke, which means tailored for all of us in the weather, like Western. Or in America, we're like, what's that mean? It means it's personalized for you. I get it. My husband's from South Africa, so I get a wide variety of vocabulary here too. And hi guys, who's joining us? But Anita, so she does bespoke soul design signature teachings for leaders and all of those who want to break free and who doesn't want to break free and receive the life they're designed to receive in a brand new way. And bringing epigenetics and quantum creation into the picture. They're like, hi, sign me up. So, so I love talking about having freedom at all kinds of levels. Like that is the vibe of my coaching too. Like I think as humans, we're like so weird because we desire all this freedom and then create all these rules. And so I feel like so much of growing up is like unlearning all the BS that other people who like didn't want to go create their own rules like told us how life has to be. And it's like, no, it doesn't have to be like that at all. So tell me, how did you get started doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. Great vibe here. Hello, everybody. An amazing introduction. Thank you. You're made for this. How did I get started? I mean, I talk about your soul design IP, your intellectual property, your mission, your gift, your purpose, that kind of stuff. Where we're all out there trying to find that thing, and you don't need to find that thing because you're kind of pre-qualified with it. So, like you said, we go through all these qualifications when we go to school, university, jobs, cultures, all kinds of different cultures, your personal culture, where you live, and all the other bullshit. And then we have to unschool all of that. So you really hit it on the head. Absolutely. And it's deprogramming all of that, getting rid of all of the false crap that's gone into us that is not ourselves, and then it reveals itself. And so I think, it was always there, this kind of what I call that soul design IP, that gift that we're pre-qualified with. And it's really, the experiences that I went through that took me to starting what I do today. So my background is, I had a really great childhood. I'm an UK born Indian. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of culture, but a lot of confusion. Because you're not brown enough, you're not white enough, basically. So you're fighting these two cultures the whole time. And the home culture was very strict. I had some abuse. I lost my dad, sadly, to suicide when I was 16, 17. Yeah, so to me, that was the devastating point of everything. And I think at that point, it was really, and beyond there, not just at that point, I just realized, that there's nothing worse than a wasted life. And really, to me, even though I looked successful on the surface, I had a corporate career for 18 years in marketing, went to the top of the ladder, and was kind of like, shit, this isn't my ladder. Why am I not happy here? What happened here? And then I had a couple of divorces. I was in an abusive relationship. One of my marriages, because obviously it repeats until you've been able to transcend some of this stuff and turn that pain into power. So I did a lot of freaking healing. So literally like 2 decades, at least, if not more at this stage. And tried everything you can possibly imagine. And it was all wonderful, all great, all helpful. From therapy right to business coaching and all the things you can possibly imagine under the sun when it comes to healing. And there was just something missing for me. So I was like, there's something missing. And it was like, we're not broken and we don't really need fixing. So everything we're feeling, everything we're experiencing is here to be utilized in a very specific way. So it's asking, like, what is it here for, and utilizing it for what it's here for, and activating creation through that, through our one-of-a-kind soul design signature, the things I experiences and who we are. There's like 4 elements to that. But essentially, that's how I started. I kind of had that gift from the start of being able to mentor and guide. I also have the ability to read energy, if you like, or frequencies. So I do these creation by soul design activation readings. Ooh. So it's kind of your soul talking to my soul, talking back to you. So it's really, I'm just the facilitator of that. Yeah. So it shortcuts everything, because then you can read what these elements are, what that soul design IP is for you, all the things that you're buying into that are not true, and how to transcend that and transmute that. And really utilize it to upgrade, sort of turn the pain to power in all the different feelings we have, rather than trying to get rid of them the whole time and like, oh my God, I'm not fixed yet. I need to do more, I need to do more, I need to do more. So that's where it came about, and then it slowly grew and grew and grew into this model, and now it's just pretty fabulous. Yeah, it's cool.
That's amazing. Yeah. Like one thing that stuck out, like I see all the time in the clients I work with, as a business coach especially, but I think like as any kind of coach, this applies, where people they get in this healing cycle where it's like, no, I got to heal this, I got to heal this, I've got to get it all, I've got to be perfectly healed, and then I can take the action, and it's like, it doesn't work like that, because I feel like you've got to take the action while you're in the process of healing, and sometimes that action helps heal you, you
That's
know,
what
so if
heals
you're
you.
not
That's what
taking it.
transcends you. Yeah, you're here to
Yeah.
have experience, going from that
Hmm.
negative to positive and stepping into it, just sort of emotionally
Yes.
elevating, unhooking, making it not matter in different ways to
Yeah.
allow yourself to step forward. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
not easier said than done for sure.
Yeah, totally. I know. It's not like an overnight thing, like, oh,
No,
good, well,
no,
I
it takes
watched
some
that. Like,
transcendence. It takes some
that's done.
understanding. Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
absolutely right. Yeah.
But I mean, to your
Otherwise, we
point
use it.
though, yeah,
Yeah.
like if people are waiting to be perfectly healed, then
Mhm.
and it's not an overnight thing, then you could be wasting a lot of your life waiting for something that's going to take so much longer to achieve
Yeah.
than if you started to take the action along with it and do the things that are you're being called to do and push through the fear and say, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing
I
it
mean, one of the first
anyway.
books I read, I think, was Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Right.
Perfect. Like I was
Absolutely.
divorced too. When I got married when I was 22, 22 soon. That's how much
22 soon, yeah.
22 soon. And
Absolutely.
like I was divorced by the time I was 26. But it took me 2 years to gather up the courage to finally break up with this guy who was a nice guy, but it was the people pleaser in me and the one that was like, well, you'll like it's bad for you to get divorced, or you will like it means something about you, or you're going to curse yourself for all the future relationships, or he's not that bad, there's nothing really wrong
Right.
with him, like I'm not
Mm.
really abused, he's just passive aggressive, and drives me effing
Right.
crazy every day, or
Yeah.
like you're not getting emotionally or sexually or whatever out of the relationship that you really want. But it took
Absolutely.
me 2 years. Now, I don't know. I know that like Tony Robbins existed back then because that was like 20 years ago.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, I don't know if like life coaching wasn't really like a big thing, like it wasn't really as big as it's getting now because I feel like there's more people waking up
Yeah,
to
it
it.
was not as big, no. It's like a
Yeah,
$40 billion industry now.
right. I know. Well,
Yeah,
but if you look at the antidepressant market and the industry there,
yeah.
because I used to be a pharma rep, that
Wow.
is a gajillion-billion-dollar industry, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and if like imagine if everybody got to have a life coach to walk through life with, and then somebody to tell you you're not really weird. This is
No,
like something
exactly.
a
You
lot
don't
of
need
people
those
go through.
medications
Yeah.
necessarily if you can get to the root of it. Sometimes you need
Yeah.
them to interject, obviously, different stories, but a lot of it doesn't get to what's underneath. And we
Yeah.
just medicate it or try to get rid of the pain, right? We're like, oh, it's pain, get rid of it, take a pill. And
Yeah.
something's
Yeah.
wrong with me. I feel anxious, I feel depression, I feel these things. I'm not
Yeah.
belittling, conditions and all those things. But there's a lot to be said for, coaching, mentoring, guiding, find your
Mm-hmm.
thing and have it transcend and move through.
Yeah. And
Just
Ashley says,
a huge obstacle for me. Somebody says
yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not
Ashley
as easily
says, yeah.
said as done. there's
Yeah.
there's a there's an activation and a process to that. So when I
Yeah.
say that, I say it with like caution because obviously it takes something to get into that place where you can just do it
Yeah.
and be able to step into that. That takes some moving some energy through your force trait signature and things like that. I mean, part of the soul design signature actually that
Yeah.
you
Tell
mentioned
me
there,
about that. Yeah, this is going to be my
there's
next
four
question.
elements to it. One element is your human design. A lot of people know about human design. Some people
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
And I found that wasn't enough on its own. That gives you a good idea, but knowledge isn't power.
Mm-hmm.
It's about actually utilizing it and transcending it so it ascends and we upgrade and we lose old karmic cycles. And knowledge doesn't do that. And a lot of the time, there's a lot of knowledge out there. There's a lot of regurgitated information, which is great, but it doesn't go the full way. It's like, that sounds great, kind of like the just do it thing. And
Yeah.
it's like, great quote, great sentiment, but how do I get there, right? And
Right.
this is kind of the how, because you need the other three elements. And one of
Mm-hmm.
those is what I call your feminine trait signature.
Mm-hmm.
And that, again, is bespoke or tailored, personalized as you put it to each of you. And it's really, that's about who you're here to be.
Right.
you know, what you've separated from, that separation that's happened through all the cultures and all the stuff that we need to unlearn, unschool,
Yeah.
unprogram, and it's installed itself in us and our DNA, and this is who we're really here to be. So your feminine trait signature gives you an insight into that. And it's kind of upgraded because a lot of people know about feminine energy, masculine energy,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of misconceptions in that as well. That we have, you know, we're
Hmm.
masculine when we're working and then we're feminine
Yeah.
when we're like dating. You know, it's not, it's all one. And it's kind
Yeah.
of like the feminine trait signature encapsulates both, but bespoke to you.
Right.
It's kind of like the masculine is really the new black, right? The new feminine, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
really
I'm
good
super
at the
excited.
masculine side.
Yeah, yeah. So we get to be like fully ourselves and leader
Yeah.
and vivacious and all those things. Because it's a real, you know, a deconstruction of ego going on in the energy, if you like, which is really cool. So that's why that's changing. And
Hmm.
then we have
Yeah.
something called the false trait signature, i.e. false, you know, not true, an illusion, you're not self, not you. Um,
Mm.
and that's very much elements like people pleasing that have embedded themselves into you, where you're like, well, you know, do I leave this guy? Do I not? You know, I don't want to
Hmm.
upset anyone, like you were saying. So, and it's about transcending that and stepping into your truth. And then finally, there's something called a root wound signature, which is
Ooh.
the root of the root of the root of the root, the sub conscious. And that's what I read. So I can read all of these things for my clients. I give a complimentary signature and a reading as well for as
Yeah.
long as I can, because I sit with those personally and send them an audio to those that want them. Um, and I can read that for you. And what happens through your root wound is as it starts to transcend, you see what it is. It reveals what your soul design IP is, and you can start to step into that. Just do it, okay? As
Oh,
it
yeah.
comes in, it transcends, and you become more of who you're here to be.
Hmm.
And then it becomes like a natural byproduct of that. Just whoever was saying the just do it thing, it takes, you
Oh,
know,
Ashley.
yeah, yeah. And it's not that it takes time. It depends on where you are,
Hmm.
how quickly it can activate for you, how
Yeah.
much you've already been through, how much you've learned. Like none of it's wasted. It's all worth it to bring you to that point to really activate it into actual creation of what you're here
Yeah.
to have. And you have like sacred geometry under each of those elements, which is
Oh, wow.
really powerful to get all your answers, see what's going on, see where you might be under an illusion, some things that require to be unschooled, and how to actually transcend it, move the
Hmm.
energy rather than just work on the surface, you know, with the
Hmm.
knowledge. So
Yeah.
going beyond the knowledge. Yeah, that's what it is essentially.
Yo, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, because I feel like, sometimes the obstacles that we like push up against, especially like I used to be an abundance and life coach, but my wheelhouse is really business. I love it. I've, been in pharma sales for 20 years and then left and went full time here. And it's like, I love helping people create like, they're a great coaching business, but there are points where like it can feel like nobody's seeing you out there.
Yeah.
It can feel like you're just putting all this stuff out there and nobody cares, and that everybody else is being hired instead of you. And it can start to get like you feel so invisible and like the best
Right.
kept secret. Like you're really good at what you do, but you're the best kept secret online. And like I know in the past when I came up against this, because I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Like that's why I'm here today, because I moved through it. But there were
Yeah.
a lot of times where I wanted to quit because the mountain seemed like it just seemed like I was so far away from
Yeah.
the goals that I had, and that it was just on one hand, possible because hi, I'm a manifestation coach. Of course it's possible, but like on the other hand, it was like, but how? How am I supposed to get there? And like it
Right.
just, it just feels like it's so much energy is going to be taken to do that, or it just felt like so like it was just this. I don't know, the only thing that's coming to me is like a mountain, and like you're
Yeah.
standing at
Yeah.
the bottom already out of breath and you're like, there's no
Yeah.
way, how am I supposed to do
Absolutely.
that? It's easier to just quit. I'll just stay here and be a stay-at-home mom. It's easier to just not do anything and be comfortable where I am. But you're calling, you're still being called, right?
Right.
Like you're still
Yes.
being called. So you're like, as much as I tried to be like, I quit like 9 times. And I'm like, but I can't. My husband would be like, well, Cassie, just like, fine, just quit. Like, it's fine. Like, you don't just quit. But I'm like, but I can't. I can't. I literally
Yeah.
can't. I don't know how. It's like, and it wasn't out
Yeah.
of stubbornness because I would get stubborn about certain things, but like it was out of desire. And like, this is like truly been put on my heart. I got to figure out what I'm meant to do and not what I think I'm meant to do. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's
And that's a
huge.
huge part for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of thinking, what you trying to find that purpose. What am I meant to do? But actually, it reveals itself to you as you embody who you're here to be. It
Yeah.
comes through, which is
Yeah.
really nice. And to get
Yeah.
the answers to the how, right? Because it is
Yeah.
like a mountain, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
feel like that.
Yeah. So like for me, like I know going from, abundance coaching, which I can help you through the issues you're going through, but it's not really what I love to do. Like I don't like to talk
Right.
about problems. I'm a solution spread. Like tell me, let's dive in. Let me,
Yeah.
like that. Like it's left for other people who aren't like I don't know. Back in the like with us growing up, we were like it was either type A or type B, right? And I'm like,
Yeah, right.
but you know but like so there's a lot of parts that go into it, but that's definitely the first step is figuring out what you're meant to do. So tell me
Yeah.
about some of the results that your clients have had through this, the soul design signature work that you're doing.
It's kind
Excuse me.
I would say it's pretty, I mean, it's such a unique experience because I work so intimately with
Mhm.
different clients around the globe. So it's kind of
Yeah.
indescribable because I have such individual experiences. But essentially, I would say it's um, it's pretty indescribable. It's an inward journey.
Hmm.
Okay, activates creation on the outside, shifts in themselves where they don't recognize themselves, being able to stand up for themselves, step
Hmm.
forward, get visible, see their
Yeah.
soul design IP, which was not what they were doing in the first place, starting off as a sound healer, for example, and then realizing, oh shit, no, actually, I'm here to do sacred architecture, and that's what's
Woo! I
and
got
then
chills. I'm
stepping
like,
into
ooh, that's
that,
so
yeah,
cool.
like chilling stuff, or like, oh, I'm here, no, actually, you're a singer, and it's like, oh, right. So it's those kinds of realizations, but it's really, I would say, it's really for those that are willing to face their root wound signature and willing to face their false threat signature, see what is the untruths, and which aren't easy things to always hear to
Yeah.
really transcend that shit, and then it starts to reveal itself in terms
Yeah.
of what results that you're going to get. For some people it's going to be health improvements, for
Yeah.
others it's going to be in their love life, for others it's
Hmm.
going to be in their money,
Yeah.
for others it's just going to be in themselves, finding their way home. So it's
Yeah.
all kinds of things, or all of the above, but every one of my clients has a complete different experience.
Yeah.
So I don't have this average results. I just put up on YouTube actually a couple of client experiences and their own voices talking through the
Ooh.
experience they have, because it's just been so difficult to brand Liberate Me, to be honest, because we've gone to
Yeah.
branding agencies. They're just like, whoa, we cannot nail it. I've hired all the coaches, all the things, and it just cannot be nailed because it's kind of esoteric in some
Yeah.
ways. It's kind of in the 5D, if you like, and you've got to experience it. And this is why I offer people at the moment, I don't know how long I can do it for, but at the moment, I offer a complimentary audio soul design signature that's bespoke to you. So I let you know what yours is, and I give
Yeah.
you a mini activation reading on how to utilize it. And it's only that once you experience that, when people hear that, it's like, I
Yeah.
can feel this. I know what this is. This is, and how it's very different from what we've been taught in some of all the information out there is great. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't go far enough for some people.
Yeah.
to really
Yeah.
transcend things. It's just like, I know that makes sense. I've got all this awareness, and now I'm just beating the shit out of myself with this awareness
Yeah.
because I'm still not stepping into it, right? So,
Right. Yeah.
really, right? And there's nothing wrong with
Right.
it. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
It's just a certain way of being with it, and someone being able to give you those answers from your sacred geometry and being able to transcend it is just a relief in many
Yeah.
ways. But yeah, I mean, you'd have to ask each individual client when it
Yeah.
comes.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah.
That's what, like, I always say, like, your offer always helps. Like, we as humans want to either get paid, get laid, or live forever, right? So if your offer is helping them do one or multiple of the three, then, like, you're helping meet their basic needs that they need
Yes, yes.
before
I
they
mean, a
can
lot of
move
people,
on.
you said get laid. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't
Yeah.
even, you know,
So, but
there's
then what
sexless
I found
situations
is,
to having
yeah.
sex. And that's
Well, like,
huge for their
yeah,
relationships, their business, because it's all related. If you're
it
not in
is.
joy and ease and all
Yeah.
of those things, it's much harder for the business to activate as well. So one thing
Yeah.
affects the other. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because, like, when you're closed off, so as like an abundance, like, I do abundance activations for people and for my
Oh,
clients.
yeah.
It's like when you're to me it just seems so clear, because I'm like, well,
Yeah.
if you're closed off,
Yeah.
then you're not open to receive anything, like, and if
Right.
you're constantly living your life in this way where you're closing off to one opportunity or 10, then where's that stacking up across your whole life? And so people think
Yeah.
that money is going to solve all the problems, and it makes things a little easier. I definitely, like, invest in more stuff, or make certain aspects of your life easier, but really I
Yeah.
see them as all interconnected, because, like, if somebody heals their relationship, then they're going to show up in their business differently. But then if somebody's business is fine, like, say your business starts doing better, then you might show up for your kids and your husband differently, because you're
Absolutely
finally,
right.
that pressure's
Absolutely.
off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a big transition going on. It's all been about the money, the money, the money, the money. We just put an episode up on YouTube. I think it's called Money Means Nothing. Money Means
Yeah.
Nothing. And we
Mm-hmm.
have something called Beyond Order, a new world leader. We take your focus off the money
Mm-hmm.
and the
Yeah.
sales and the showing up online and running a business. Instead, just ask yourself, like, what do I live for? Like, what's my mission?
Right.
And be a
Mm-hmm.
mission, kind of like a humanitarian of the new world. And a
Yeah.
lot of people are like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to give it away, but I don't want to do this because then I won't get any money. But that's not the truth. With that,
Yeah.
you will know from being an abundance coach that
Yeah.
if you step into who you're here to be and a true mission, the
Yeah.
money comes as a side effect when you're not focusing on it.
Yeah.
And
When
you're
you're
not making
focused
the
more on
better.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, when you're focused more on service and giving, and, like, I see this a lot in because I used to be, like, really confused on how to do content and messaging and things like that, like, when I first started out, because, like, if you think about it, as a corporate pharmaceutical sales rep, they have their own marketing department that does market research, that comes up with the messaging, and 3 times a year they bring us all together and be like, here's your new visual aid, here's your messaging, now practice it here, and you get checked off before you leave if you can
Yeah.
be our sales drone, right? So when I came out into my own company, I'm like, oh, well, I'm great at sales, I can do this. But I bombed because, like, some people treat their Facebook or Instagram as, like, a diary. Some people don't they make it all about themselves and making the sale, and not
Yeah.
about giving and, like,
Yeah.
helping people move through,
Yeah.
or just even make awareness of stuff.
Yeah.
And I can see it so clear. And then geez, the messaging part, like, when I scroll Instagram, it's not to, like, scroll Instagram. It's, like, actually looking like, oh, wow, it's validation. I'm like, I'm needed. I'm needed. I'm needed. Like, these people, because,
Yeah.
they're making
Absolutely.
it about themselves, or, like, about the pain, and not so much about helping people see the other side, right? And
Yes. Yeah.
seeing where that, like actually seeing themselves living a better life, right? And so,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I see that a lot. Like, focus, and because you're so focused on getting out of the hardship with money in your own business that you forget to create this whole process for people to be able to create whatever outcome they want in their own life or business, right? And so, and then throwing the spaghetti at the wall, like
Yeah, you get
it's
to
just, you
actually
know.
activate your own, that soul design idea, your mission, what
Yeah,
you're doing, where you're taking them from and to, and get passionate about that.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, content, I mean, it's just being really real and being who you are. But
yeah,
I say that again, like it's nothing, but being who you are when we're so separated from ourselves isn't so easy. And then we're
yeah.
looking at this coach or that coach or going on this program or this program. And then it gets a little icky. And it's also this old world marketing that's come into what is conscious work, which is
Yeah,
humanitarian work that we're doing. Doesn't mean we
yeah,
don't make money. We're not for profit. That's not what I'm saying.
yeah,
But
right.
it's the more you can step into who you are, you're just gonna. And also, this is in your design. So there's a level of your design in your human design, in your feminine trait signature, of what to post, when to post, and all of those kinds of things, and your branding, where you're being really true to yourself, not following
Yeah,
any system, anything like that,
yeah.
and not necessarily like I have to be
So cool.
consistent. But yeah, it's about being seen, right? And if we're afraid of being seen, and a lot of those of us that are in this industry, if you like, have been through a lot in life. That's why
Yeah,
we've been through pain. And the way that we dealt with that pain sort of growing up was to make ourselves invisible
yeah,
a lot of the
right.
time. And then we're like, we've got this great gift and we're kind of making ourselves invisible
Yeah.
rather than fully, like you're saying, being open and
Totally.
fully opening up to receive and being out there and just, having no difference between what's going on here or in here and just letting it come out of here.
Yeah,
And then, and we think we have to be perfect, but actually people just want real people, real vulnerability.
yeah,
They want to know how you can help them. They want leaders, right? So if
yeah,
you're sitting there just talking about your pain,
yeah.
it's kind of,
Yeah.
we got to go a little further than that. Otherwise, it's
Mhm.
a lot of victim and that kind of stuff. It's like, that's nice. You'll get lots of sympathy. You might get a lot of followers and a lot of comments, but people are
Yeah.
really wanting leaders to see how are you going to lead me through. Um,
Mhm.
it's not always about whether you're having a bad day. I mean, you can always mention that, but
Yeah.
bring it into what you're here to do and what,
Yeah.
keeping it really real. I found,
Yeah. I
yeah.
agree. 100%. Oh my goodness. I love it. Ah, well, this has been so amazing. So I can't believe we've already been on for like 40 minutes. So
Wow.
I know, right?
Super.
So, tell everybody, Anita, I know that you sent me some links for some, opportunities for people if they really like want to jump into seeing what their sacred geometry signature is and to move more into the conscious profits versus just haphazardly the spaghetti at the wall, and
Yes.
disappointment.
Yeah. The best way is just to DM me. We're on
Okay.
Instagram, so you can catch me on and just DM me. I'm very intimate. I will send you voice notes and speak to you. Or there is a link where you can apply for your sacred geometry signature. But if you just go to my Instagram profile, it's probably the easiest. Liberate me, TM, message me, or there's a WhatsApp that goes through. And you can request your sacred geometry soul design signature, and I'll give you a little activation reading as well. We're also on YouTube. That link is it's Anita Goshal, my name. It's on my Instagram profile. We're putting a few videos on there because this stuff is like I say, pretty rich and esoteric, if you like. So not always that easy to grasp. So we're trying to put more out there to get some more understanding of what this is. But really having your own soul design signature and that personal experience of it will let you know if it hits you and resonates with you. So they're probably the best ways. Liberate me on YouTube, I'd say, on Instagram and YouTube.
Awesome. Yay. And
Uh,
if you're listening to this on Instagram, or no, if you're listening to this on the Topless Manifestor podcast, then you can go to the show notes, and I'm going to put in Anita's Instagram there, and I can put the link that you gave me too from your website. I can put that there too.
Beautiful. That
Yay!
was
So
amazing. Thank you, my
thank
love.
you. Thank you so much. So I don't know if you guys realize Anita, it's the end of the day for her in Singapore, and it's the beginning of the day here in Florida. So she's in the future right now.
I
And
am. I'm in
live
the future,
streaming
people.
with
I'm
me
in the
from the
5G.
future. I feel like Marty McFly right now. It's amazing. So but thank you so much, Anita, for being on here today. This was a great way to kick off the Topless Manifestor Live. I'm so excited, and I appreciate your time and being the first one. Yay!
Welcome. Thank you so much. I love the
Thank
Topless
you.
Manifesto. I love the name.
Yay!
It says it all.
Well, it does. It does.
Yes.
Definitely.
I like it.
Well, I appreciate that. And yeah, so have a beautiful rest of the week. And guys, get in touch with Anita if you really want to dive into your sacred geometry signature. Oh, and I want to say for my people here, or for Anita's people, if you want to, for my side, the 7-figure Lightworker Accelerator for coaches and healers that want to build minimum 10K per month businesses. And I say 10K because it's just, I like numbers and I like a goal, right? And so it's a great representation of the amount of people that you're helping in your business. And we need to get you helping more people in your business, because Lord knows the world needs it. And they need you, and they need you to take action. They need you to step into the spotlight and really be seen online. And so if you want to be seen online and sign clients in your DMs and really reach your soulmate clients, because that's what it's all about, like working with the right people, right? Like Anita says, you know, after your activation, if you are right for her and she's right for you, because Lord knows we both don't want to waste our time being the wrong people. It's like, then you have another divorce, and those are never fun, and they're very costly, right?
Exactly
So
right. Let's not mess about.
it's messy, and not in like take messy. That's not the messy action we want you to take, right? But like the pre-sale for the Lightworker Accelerator ends on Wednesday. So DM me if you want links for that or more information. And I can't wait for it to start. We start on December 1st. The next group starts December 1st, and then we'll be on a rolling basis, adding people as the year goes on. So if you want to get your business in gear and be signing clients before New Year's, like, why wait? My people don't wait till January to start your goals. Like, why? Why?
Yeah,
Let's
right.
not
Time is an illusion anyway.
Yeah, I know. It is.
There's only the now. There is only the now. Interact with the now.
Know.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. So yeah, DM me info if you want more info on that. And I will be seeing you guys in the Instagrams. See you guys later. Bye. Bye, Anita.